Slow it down for just a second. Watch the bodywork glide, knees kiss the asphalt, and the throttle fingers twitch. What you're seeing, it's not just speed, it's decades of evolution in cornering technique, played out in a few tenths of a second. Here I am, lined up between two 1000cc monsters on my Yamaha R6. A 600cc underdog smack in the middle of a championship battle. I'm currently second in points, defending my vintage title from last year. But this is it. The final championship weekend, no qualifying, just back-to-back races, double points, winner takes all. On pole, Chase Westmoreland on his GSX-R 1000. The guy leading the championship, and on my right, Jared Braun riding a TL 1000 that sounds like thunder. Me, I'm the only 600 on this front row. Lights go out, I get a launch straight from the racing gods. I fire off the line and take the whole shot into turn 1, leaving that GSX-R behind, but I can hear one of those big twins breathing down my neck as we flick through the carousel. This is where the mental game starts. My R6 is down on horsepower, so I can't afford mistakes. I stand the bike up early, roll on the throttle hard, and carry every ounce of momentum I can. Why? Because if those leader bikes catch me on the straight, it's game over. I need to carve these corners like my life depends on it. Every entry, every apex, every exit, it has to be perfect. By lap 3, I'm already catching the first wave of traffic. This is where the race can turn. One wrong pass, one hesitation, and I could lose position. And at this point in the season, one position could cost me the championship. So I thread the needle, clean, precise, aggressive when I need to be. Because you don't win titles by playing it safe. Ever wonder why riders like Marquez flick their throttle hand after braking? Or why George Martin tucks his upper body lower mid-corner? It's not random. Every movement you see, from pulling the clutch into a slide to dragging the rear brake mid-corner, has a purpose. It's all about managing the chassis geometry, optimizing tire grip, and setting up for drive. I'll break that all down in the second half of this video, using footage from this very race, and what you'll learn will change how you look at racing forever. Let's break this down. The 600 doesn't win on the straights, it wins in the corners. This section is all about corner speed, smooth braking, and throttle control. Watch this. I'm flying into the braking zone, but notice I'm not yanking the brake lever. It's a smooth, progressive squeeze. Grabbing too hard would unsettle the bike, and on a 600, I can't afford to waste time fixing that on corner entry. I don't have the horsepower to make up for it later on the straights. Look how early I'm turning in. It's all about trusting the front and keeping the bike settled. I'm trail braking deep and carrying more speed through the corner. This is where the R6 really shines. Quick, precise, and agile. If I brake late but shallow like a 1000cc, I lose my advantage. If I apex too early, I compromise exit. Every apex here is timed with my throttle hand. I'm already rolling on before the apex, not after. Here's a small but important move. I shift my weight forward mid-corner. I'm not just hanging off, I'm helping the front stay loaded as I get back on the throttle. It keeps the bike stable and lets me drive out smooth and in control. Classic Rossi style. My overtakes are all about line choice. Instead of sitting behind slower riders, I widen the entry just a bit, square off the corner, and get on the throttle earlier while they're still leaned over. That's how I pass without losing drive out of the turn. Throttle control is everything here. No traction control, no electronics, just raw feel. I'm rolling on earlier than the big bikes, and because I'm smoother, I'm not overwhelming the rear tire. That means more drive, even with less power. This is what makes racing, and especially racing a 600 in a field of leader bikes, so technical. You're not just riding, you're calculating. You're managing grip, pitch, line, every single corner. And that's how you beat bigger bikes. With precision, not just power. If you learned something or just love watching 600s chase down big bikes, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit subscribe for more real racing and behind the scenes breakdowns.